Why won't they do it? Why won't the Chicago Bulls do what needed to be done a while back, and that is fire head coach Jim Boylan? Well, I'm here to discuss that right here, right now. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA, and here to talk about this situation with the Chicago Bulls and the reason why they refuse to let go of the worst head coach in the NBA by far. Okay, so if you guys are new to the channel, guys, welcome. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe by hitting the big red subscribe button down below and turning on my post notifications so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Talk a lot of NBA on this channel as well, so go ahead and do so. And also follow me on my social media links down below and on the screen for my Twitter, my Instagram, all that good stuff. Reach out, ask questions. I'm here for you guys. So I don't want to wait any longer. Let's get into this breakdown. So let me start by giving credit where credit is due. There was a beautiful article written by Ricky O'Donnell, I believe, on Twitter. He's a reporter for SB Nation who actually talked about this very topic, okay? And I obviously am drawing inspiration from that because of the fact that this is something that I've harped to you guys for a while now, okay? And it really brings light into the situation itself, okay? And the issue with the Chicago Bulls team, because, and I've mentioned this before, there are multiple issues with this Chicago Bulls team, and just firing Jim Boylan won't solve them. But hey, at least it will start the process, okay? So the Bulls still refuse to do that. So here's the thing, okay? This all began when the Bulls fired Fred Hoiberg, okay, and brought in Jim Boylan, and everybody assumed, okay, fine, we weren't sold on Fred. He wasn't like an amazing coach, so go ahead and fire him. And Jim Boylan is some interim coach. I'm sure, obviously, the Bulls will do their due diligence and go and look for another head coach. Just throwing some names out, maybe like a Mark Jackson, you know. There's been rumors about multiple other guys, Jeff Van Gundy. I don't know. I'm just throwing out names, okay? They'll do their due diligence. But then the Bulls literally shock the entire Bulls nation and extend Jim Boylan to a 3-year contract, making him the permanent head coach of the Chicago Bulls. That is when my antenna, and I'm sure every other Bulls fan's antenna, went up, and we're here thinking, okay, wait a second. Wait a second. You fired Fred Hoiberg, fine, and then you had Jim Boylan as an interim coach because he was an assistant coach, fine. But before he proves anything, you extend him? Before he does anything, literally, you extend him. Why? What did he do to deserve to be extended? Like, did I miss something? Did he, like, take the Bulls to the playoffs? Did he, you know, win us a championship? Like, I don't understand here. And so ever since then until now, it has been a constant question mark of Jim Boylan and why the hell he is with the Chicago Bulls team as their head coach. So that's where we are. And here's the thing now. The Bulls obviously having another disappointing season in which myself and others predicted that we thought their talent was enough to be able to overcome the head coach first and foremost. And for them to have some way to compete for a playoff spot, right? I wasn't talking about obviously a top 4 or 5 seed, maybe like a back end 8 seed, 9 seed, hover around there. But no, one of the worst teams in the NBA, losses to the G League team of the Golden State Warriors, losses to the Charlotte Hornets, who I proclaimed to be the worst roster in the NBA before the season started, and countless other embarrassing losses, not to mention the fact that Lauri Markkanen has turned into a shell of himself, from going from one of the most young, promising, budding stars in this league to, are they going to trade Lauri? Do they need to trade Lauri? Zach LaVine going from a very young, talented player to, he just chucks the ball a lot. He he gets benched by Jim Boylan. They don't get along. So it's not just that the Bulls are losing. They're actually going in the opposite direction with player development, because you can lose and still have the larger picture in mind. Take a look at the Philadelphia 76ers. Trust the process. There is no process here to trust with this Bulls team. And again, goes back to Jim Boylan. But I digress, of course, right? Here's my thing. You want to know why they won't fire Jim Boylan? And Ricky mentions this is an article, so I actually want to give him credit too, but I've been telling you guys this. They won't fire Jim Boylan, even though, I'm telling you right now, one more thing. I'll tell you right now. I've said this before. If the Bulls fired Jim Boylan today, they fired him today, he would not get a single phone call from another franchise. Not a single one would call Jim Boylan for a head coaching job. He is by far the worst coach in the NBA right now. So why won't they fire him? Because he's a yes man. There you go. There you have it. That's it. That's the answer. He's a yes man, folks. Gar Forman, and more notably John Paxson, have had multiple issues with control with head coaches. That's the reason Tom Thibodeau is no longer the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. Him and John Paxson would not get along over minutes and, how much minutes certain guys should play and etc. This is the reason Vinny Del Negro got fired, though I was never a big fan of Vinny Del Negro. There's a reason Fred Hoiberg got fired mid-season when his guys were hurt. I don't know if you guys remember that. Fred Hoiberg got canned when his guys were hurt. Lauri Markkanen was hurt. He got canned. So what does that tell you? Gar Forman and John Paxson just want a coach that will listen to them. That's it. That's literally it. Any coach that comes in, like for example, Thibodeau, and he has his way, has his system, and he's able to obviously succeed. Gar Forman and John Paxson won't have that. Unless they have some sort of an input on that in which they contribute to the success, they can't do it. Perfect example is Tom Thibodeau. So the thing with Jim Boylan is he's going to do whatever Gar and Pax tell him to do, because he knows I'm not ever going to get another head coaching job in this league ever again. So might as well just thank these guys and listen to them. Hey, John, do you need me to obviously bench this player, start him, do what? I'll do it. So that's the thing. It's all about control. It's all about power. It's sad, really, because obviously it's a historic franchise that should be doing much better than it is right now. And we're on our third rebuild. Traded away Jimmy Butler, traded away Derrick Rose. Couldn't get a championship since, obviously, the last one. We're still living off the Michael Jordan era of appearances and championships. So it's sad, but that's the answer of why Jim Boylan hasn't been fired. But one more time, just to kind of harp on the issue here, is firing Jim Boylan would be great. It would be a start, and I'm all for it. But until Gar Forman and John Paxson are gone or relieved of their powers, more notably John Paxson, then Gar Forman, I don't see much changing with this team in terms of level of success. And so I've said this before and even tweeted about it. I said, every time the Bulls lose, you guys should be happy. Bulls fans should be happy, because every loss puts that much more pressure on Jim Boylan, Gar Forman, and John Paxson. Every single loss. I want them to be in pain from how much losing the Bulls are doing, how incompetent they are, how much of a joke this franchise has become. This franchise, this is the MJ-led Bulls, the most popular franchise in the NBA for like almost a decade plus. Okay? It's come down to this. All because of incompetency in the front office. And the owner, Jerry Reinsdorf, I mean, I'm sure he's still living off those 6 rings. He doesn't really care either. So it's sad. It really is. But You guys wanted the truth? That's the truth right there. And as far as when it'll change, I couldn't tell you, obviously, but I felt that it was right for me to let you guys know the information. That is what the issue is with the Chicago Bulls team. So like I said, I don't mind the Bulls losing because it puts more pressure on the aforementioned management and the owner, hopefully. So let's see what happens from here. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are, man. Leave a comment down below. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think, man. Really appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. Please make sure to subscribe as always. Thanks for watching.